Warning: the following podcast contains violent scenes that may be unsettling to some listeners. Listener discretion is advised. In the fall of 1987, four men find themselves reunited with childhood friends for the first time in 10 years. They are drawn together by the mysterious death of a mentor they all cared for together as children. World of Darkness: The Ultimate Evil is a first edition Chronicles of Darkness game that takes place in Bismarck, North Dakota, and is inspired by the Satanic Panic of the 1980s. Remembrance is the first story arc that follows Alex, played by Adam B., Wayne, played by Adam C., Che, played by Andrew, and Michael, played by Slavic, as they discover the mysteries that surround them in their hometown. If you would like to contact us, you can reach us on Twitter at twin_cities_VTM or on Facebook at Twin Cities by Night. We hope you enjoy.
So we are going to start off with you, Alex. You are asleep, and you're constantly having this horrible nightmare that at times seems, one of those lucid dreams, like you're awake and you're viewing it, and other times you don't. But where you see a younger Ray's face, guy that you talked to had just gotten out of prison. Again, to reiterate, has a really thick black handlebar mustache, a thick head of black hair that's kind of cut shorter, really intense gray eyes, and he has blood splattered across his face, and you see him almost like a silent scream. You keep having this dream where you just keep seeing this over, and it has like a black backdrop in it. It's almost like his face comes in and falls back out and comes in. You wake up, and you have some light that seems to be going through some blinds that are on the window, and you have a killer headache, and you feel all of a sudden your stomach just up, like churn a little bit, and you kind of lean your head over and you puke. And after you puke and you look, you realize that you're like on a couch or something. You see like a cheap beige carpet that's on the floor, and you realize as soon as you wake up that, yeah, you're hungover. And as slowly as like thoughts are starting to collect in your head, you remember having a drink after you got off work that last night where you and Michael were together, but from there you don't remember much else. Go ahead, scene's on you there.
Oh, what the fuck did I do to myself? God damn it. Oh, where the fuck am I? I'll get up and try to figure out where the hell he passed out.
As you sit up, you feel like a dizziness that kind of crashes over you like a wave for a second, and then you're able to focus, and you're looking around. You see like some of the old wooden like blocks that kids used to play with, some of the lettered ones that are kind of scattered in the floor. It's a small living room. You see one of those little play xylophones that kids used to have then with the little stick and the rounded end that they used to beat along with it, and you see like a couple like stuffed animals, a Winnie the Pooh stuffed animal, and you're confused for a second, and then you look and you see an end table that's like at the end of the couch that you're sleeping on, and you see that there's like a folded piece of paper, and written in like a feminine cursive is your name, Alex. That's written on there. It's almost like it's left there for you to read.
I'll stumble over to the end table, open it up, and try to bring it into focus.
As you're sitting there trying to read with still the taste of vomit and just in your mouth like the Sahara Desert right now, you see that it's a note from Carla saying that don't worry, but you showed up at her door drunk. You crashed out here. She called in last night for you at work so you could avoid the last couple nights, she said, so you could avoid getting fired. She just kind of said that finally when you were asleep, she didn't want to wake you up, and you've been out since like she lists the time that's like you've been out almost since like 8 or 9 the previous morning. So you almost been out for like 20 some hours, just like passed out on her couch there. And then that's what you say. She says she hopes to see you. Just she says spare keys under the mattress. Make sure you lock the door of her apartment when you leave.
All right, he'll put the note into his pocket, go into he'll try to figure out where the kitchen is. He'll make his way over there, grab some paper towels or some rags to clean up the mess he made, and try to find some aspirin.
Her kitchen, you actually realize after you've been in here once, when you were waiting for Carla to get ready for work when she was kind of running late. You realize that this is her apartment that she stays in with her 2 kids. You kind of saw her 2 kids. The toys make sense. You saw them. They were 2 young boys, probably if you were to guess, like a toddler and maybe 6. They were usually sitting there playing. Last time you were there, it was kind of awkward because you were standing there by the door, not wanting to kind of upon her person or personal space or her house or her apartment, excuse me, but also having her kids like staring at you like they're sizing you up. It was this awkward, like almost lack of a better term, Clint Eastwood moment, where it's like you're staring at them, they're staring at you. Like, are you encroaching upon them? Until then, she finally came out in a rush and you guys left. So it almost feels like also to you at this moment that you're almost went beyond a barrier that, a privacy that she set up, and you kind of not only feel the shame, I guess, of just going on a binge like you did, but also like you're kind of encroaching again upon her privacy in a way. So, but you do find aspirin though in her small kitchen, which, she does a decent job of keeping stocked, with, the little money she makes and the lack of child support that she gets from the father of her kids,
All right. I will, down a small handful of aspirin, drink some water slowly, try to rehydrate myself. I'll splash some water onto my face from the sink, and then I'll look for a phone.
All right. So you find a phone. You're able to find it.
All right. And then I will call Mike.
All right. Mike, we'll cut to you. All right. So you're sleeping, Mike. You are having this dream where oddly, like it's the same memory that has recently been replaying through your head of riding your bike past the house that you guys were just at, where you saw like the blonde guy. Mm-hmm. who was walking in the house there, and you actually know his name again, excuse me, Charlie Dunn. This time though, the dream is different. The fact that while you're riding your bike and you see him looking at his mail and looking up, you almost like see his face, and you see that his face seems to be almost fearful in a way, or stressed, not like a normal relaxing I'm going to check the mail face, but seems to be one of a lot of stress. I guess I can't think of a better adjective for it, but yeah, definitely stressed out. But you wake up when you hear the sharp ring of your phone snap you out of the dream, and it was really disappointing, like the ring, because you swear at that moment when you saw his face, like your back of your head, you're about to have an epiphany, and then the phone just like rips you out of that dream, and you're kind of laying there like, God, you know what I mean? Like you feel a sense of frustration for a moment. But go ahead, scene's on you.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just groggily pick up and just, hello?
Hey, Mike. What's up?
Alex, is that really you?
Mostly. I'm a little out of it right now, but I was wondering what I miss, if anything. I've been sleeping for like a day.
Oh man, I think it'd be better to talk about this in person if we can.
We can do that.
I convinced Wayne and Chayton to help me look. You remember those guys?
Vaguely. I'm not remembering a lot right now. It hurts to think.
I think, you know what, I'll set up a meeting and we'll talk about what happened, okay?
Okay, can you give me a couple of hours so I can go home and shower and shave and shower again?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
What are you going to do at this moment, Mike?
First thing I'm going to do, probably also take a shower and breakfast, stuff like that, and probably an hour later after, actually waking up. What day is it anyway?
Oh, excuse me, Sunday morning. We'll say Sunday morning for now, okay?
Okay, I guess I'll call, who will I call first? I guess Wayne. Here.
Wayne, you're asleep in your trailer. You're actually like having the best sleep that you've had probably, in quite a while, because as we were talking about, you had this weird, like when everyone else was having doubt after the scene at the house, your guy was like, no, fuck, let's do this, and like felt motivated, and like, especially the talk that you had with Bruce. Now that you're actually having this weird dream where it's from the perspective of almost of when you're a child. And it's not like an overly complicated dream, but it's one where your father's actually like kind of touching your teeth in a sign of caring. You know what I mean? Like in a fatherly way. like one of the few times you kind of remember that, looking up to him and see him smiling down at you, you know, in a way. But his face is kind of hard to make out a little bit because of the sun that's like kind of glaring, you know, and that's coming out from. So in a way, like how children sometimes look at their fathers or their mothers as like, you know, these godheads, you're having a dream kind of at that moment like that, when the phone rings and you're kind of snapped out of it.
I'll wake up and kind of just like roll myself out of bed and go to the phone and answer it.
Hey Wayne, you up?
Yeah, I'm up. What's up?
Yeah, I just talked to Alex. You know, you remember Alex? I told you about him. And he wants to know what happened, so I set up a meeting later today. So if it would be okay with you to, you know, stop by.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about what happened.
Yeah, I think it'd be good. I'll call Chayton, I think, or do you want to call Chayton?
Not to be difficult, but Chayton working nights would have his phone unplugged until about noon.
Yeah, that's
okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Not trying to be difficult, but it wouldn't make sense for me.
So I don't have a way to get in touch with Che yet. So I guess what I would do in the meantime is I'm gonna like clean up the trailer. He is just gonna like, you know, he feels like this. I feel like this sense of motivation. I'm just gonna go and clean up all the shit I have around and maybe clean myself up a little bit, which is like not something Wayne usually cares too much about.
Yeah, like a new lease on life, kind of like he's just like, you know, has this like fount of energy and motivation, and that you've been lacking probably for a good amount of time in your life.
Totally.
That's totally like a manic depressive kind of, but not saying he's manic depressive, but you know, when manic depressives are up, they're up, man, you know, so that's good stuff. Che, we're going to cut to you before people get, you know, are able to get in touch with you. And then we're going to cut to Alex. But Che, so you're having this dream, man. This dream is erotic to say the least, but it's not erotic in like the wet dream kind of way, but more in a connection that you have. In this dream that you're having, that you're in bed, entangled with a woman who's also a Native American, beautiful, right? Like definitely an attractive woman. But this dream, and instead of like your normal, you know, exotic, erotic dream that men sometimes have, it's more of a sensual type where it's not so much on the physical side that the dream is really intense. It's the connection that you have with her. It's almost like if you were to like narrate this or try to explain it to someone after the fact happens, that you're in love with this person, you know, and this is not a woman that you've ever recognized or you've never been with in real life. You know what I mean? Like if you were to think back,
fanciful image of like, oh, perfect lady kind of thing.
Yeah, in a way, but she's not like and I don't want to like sound degrading. She's not like a 10, right? Like someone you see on TV, but she's a definite like solid 8, you know, like in our normal lives, you know what I mean? Someone who but it's more than that though too. It's not like it's not just because she's attractive, but like in this dream, like you're really in love with her, you know, and you really have this passion for her. And it's the fact, like when you wake up on your own around noon, it's really hard to snap out of the dream, right? Like you feel like almost in a daze, like your sheets are all ruffled up because you're tossing and turning in the dream. You're sweaty because it was like a really intense dream. You get out like of your bed, like in this weird, like again, daze, like trying to like where you turn on the shower and you're hoping that the shower like snaps you out of it.
Clears your head.
And as you're standing in the shower though, there's this moment where like you smell the sex of a woman, you know, like you smell that usually lingers in a room or on you, but then it's gone. You know, that like there's where you're like, what, like I smell some, and then it's just you can't smell it anymore. It was like this faint like trace that almost is like that final lingering hook that the dream had in your conscious, and now it's gone. And then now you're able to be like, okay, this is the real world. You know, this is what's going on. So go ahead, scene's on you.
His normal routine after waking on a non-work day would be to kind of go out for a run. And try, and this would kind of help him like center himself some more and clear his head after that. He would do that before, you know, eating or anything. Just going out immediately, go out, get a jog in, come back, clear his head. Maybe 30 minutes or so.
Okay, like almost like he's purging the system.
Yeah.
Like because your body is like fasting at that moment when you wake up, and when you go run, it's almost like that. It's almost like a purification, and in a way, mentally and physically.
So then he'd come back. Maybe that's when he'd plug in his phone and start making up something to eat. It's noon. He's hungry. He's getting his day started just now.
I'm gonna
maybe check and see if I have any recorded voicemails.
So you could have left a message if you wanted to, Wayne, when you called earlier. So if you want to go ahead and tell him what your message would be, you can go ahead and do that now.
Okay. So the message will be, "Hey, Chayton, it's Wayne. I just heard from Mike. Him and Alex want to meet up. So just give me a call back when you get a chance, and then I'm gonna read off my number."
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll call him back.
All right, your phone's ringing while you're like sitting there polishing the top of your wood grain stained television, and you're getting like the ashtray and the beer bottle like little water stains that are on top there. You're trying to scrub them out and get them out. Your phone rings.
Okay, so we'll say that like the trailer's like looking decently cleaner. He'll have like this cigar box in front of him, and he's rolling a joint while listening to an Aussie record while the phone rings. He's gonna hit stop and just rush over to the phone anxiously.
Hey, got your message?
Hey, what's up? Listen,
So
I know your work schedule is kind of complicated, but would you be able to set up some kind of meeting with Mike and Alex?
Sure.
Or fit in some kind of meeting, rather.
Time. What would you have in mind?
So Mike didn't really tell me the specifics, but pretty much we need to fill Alex in on what happened the other night, and there's some things that I would like to maybe figure out and discuss amongst you guys.
Okay. Well, just I guess figure out what they want to do, and let me know. I'll meet you guys wherever. I'm free until tomorrow. I've got work in the evening.
All right. I'll give you the time and the place when I find out more. I'm thinking probably just the Denny's, but I don't know.
Alex, you get home, are walking into the front of your house, and your mom just comes up to you right away, within like 3 feet of you. She's wearing you could tell she's like kind of a little stressed out. She has like kind of these gray slacks on with a blue sweater. She's barefoot, and her hair looks a little disheveled. And as soon as you close the door and turn around, you realized that the dragon has been let loose. You saw this quite a bit in your younger days. This is where the Russian side of her starts coming out. Your character speaks Russian too, right?
Yes.
All right. So this conversation is going to be obviously going on in Russian. Where the fuck have you been? Where have you been? And she starts poking her finger in your chest.
Sorry, Mom. I was at a friend's apartment. What's wrong?
You little fuck. We bring you to this fucking country. We get you away from all this shit, and you become soft. Where are you doing those fucking drugs again? And she kind of put, and when she pushes you, obviously it's not really affecting you too much, but you definitely could tell that her anger's reigning supreme right now in her head.
No, Mom. No, look, my arms are clean. And he'll roll up his sleeves. And no track marks. Look, I'm okay.
And she grabs your arms and she's like, you smell like an alcoholic. I smelled on you. Where have you been? I've been worried sick about you. You start hanging out with these people that I don't know, and then you're up there losing your fucking mind, and me and your father are worried.
Well, I work at a bar. Of course I smell like alcohol. What do you want?
I want you to be normal. I want you to get married and have children. I don't know what happened to you. Why you act like this all the time? And at this point, she's just kind of you could see that her eyes are starting to water up a little bit.
I'll give her a hug. Mother, I was working. I stayed at a friend's apartment. I'm okay.
And you can see how first she tries to resist you. That her kind of body is starting to with age is starting to sink in, what old age does to people, and she tries to fight you with the vigor of her youth, but then after a while she just kind of gives up, and she just starts crying on your chest and everything like that, and she starts mumbling in Russian that she's just I worry about you, that's all it is, I worry about you, you make me sad, I worry about you, and she just starts mumbling as she's crying in your chest there, as you're kind of it's almost I'm sure if anyone's ever seen their parents cry, it's an odd feeling. but also I'm sure since you're the source of her frustration, that a sense of of guilt slightly starts to hit you a little bit there.
As she starts to sort of calm down a little bit, I'll pat her on the back. It's okay, Mama. It's okay. I'm fine. You can relax.
I make you breakfast. You hungry? I make you breakfast.
Alex will groan on the inside, knowing that his stomach probably can't take anything, right? It's like, yes, Mama, I will have breakfast. Can I take a shower first?
You go clean. And
Okay, thank you.
As she's walking off, she starts singing some Russian song from the 20s, from her youth, or 20s or 30s. You know what I mean? From her youth as she walks off.
And Alex will go upstairs to take his shower while bemoaning the fate that he's about to inflict on his stomach and intestines.
And then you probably got to go to Denny's afterwards, man. You're like, Denny's is better. All right. We'll just say that since you got done talking to Che, Wayne, that if you want to call Mike and figure out what the hell the plan is or whatever, I'll let you go ahead and knock that out right now.
All right, yeah. So I'll give Mike a call.
Hey, man.
Hey, I just got off the phone with Che. He's down to meet. Where are you thinking?
Let's just stick to the Denny's thing.
Okay. So then I guess I'll call Che back and relay that information to him.
So are you going to call back Alex, Mike?
Yeah.
So as you're taking a shower, Alex, you hear a knock on the door, and your mom cracks a little bit, obviously respecting your privacy as you're in the shower. But she's like, "You got phone call. You got phone call from your friend."
I'll call him back, Mom.
Okay. She's like, he called you back. Okay.
Okay,
Who?
thanks,
And then
Mom.
she's like, what's your name again? What's your name, sir?
I'm Michael. Michael Gray.
Well, what do you do for a living, Michael Gray?
I'm a police officer.
Oh, you're a police officer, really? Here in Bismarck?
Yeah.
Oh, my boy, he's been good, right? You and him don't do bad things together, right?
Don't worry. I wouldn't let him go bad.
Okay, thank you. You sound like a nice boy. If you want to come over, I'm making breakfast right now. I can leave some for you too. Make some for you too.
That's okay, man. But thank you for the offer.
Yes, sir. You have a good day, Officer Michael. And she hangs up the phone. You get done with your shower. I take it you're going to call him back there, Alex, before you put your stomach through the holy hell that's a Russian breakfast.
Yeah, I'm going to get dressed and go over to the phone and hope that the phone call gives me an excuse not to eat.
All right. This scene's on you guys.
So
hey, man.
ring up Mike. Hey, what's the plan?
Yeah, so we're gonna meet up at Denny's.
Okay. I will see you there.
Yeah. Okay.
Or can you give me a ride? Because taking the bus will take forever.
Yeah. Sure.
Awesome. Thank you.
So the plan is Denny's. You guys are all heading over there. Alex, when you come down and your mother's like, okay, you sit down. I got food for you. And you see there's some eggs and some Russian sausage. I don't know if Russian sausage is a thing, but I really don't know anything about Russian cuisine.
Pancakes.
There's some
pancakes.
There's some coffee and a bunch of stuff there. She's like, you sit down, you eat.
Thank you, Mama. I gotta go. I'm meeting my friend. I'll take some pancakes though.
Okay. Which friend are you meeting? That Michael, the Officer Michael, the good one, that good boy?
Yes. We're gonna go have breakfast.
Okay. You go have fun. And you see she's almost pushing you out the door now. And
I'll try to grab a couple of pancakes with my bare hands, and
as you're rolling up, Michael, you see the door open. You see his mom kind of pushing him out a little bit, and she's waving all over eagerly to you, Michael, as you're in the car there.
I guess I'll just wave back a little bit, and I'm just confused.
All right.
Alex will try to stuff half a pancake in his mouth as he's stumbling down the stairs.
All right. So we're gonna say that Che. We're gonna do if there are two scenes. So we're gonna do two scenes. We're gonna say that Che and Wayne get to Denny's before Michael and Alex. But we're gonna do the scene. We'll do you two first. Is there a scene that you guys want to play out while sitting there waiting, or it's your call? It's up to you guys.
So you could smoke in Denny's back then, right? I'll probably just chain smoking cigarettes, waiting for the other two to arrive. I don't know if there's anything specifically. So then I'm gonna say to Chayton. So yesterday, huh?
Che's not he's a social smoker, not a chain smoker, like you were saying. So he might
Like an
join you
ancient
with
smoker,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might join you with one and kind of have a sit down and just. Yeah, that was some crazy stuff. What do you think that was?
I'm just gonna motion for another cup of coffee, and I'm gonna say, I don't know. I don't know if it was just something I was seeing or what.
I kind of want to like go talk to my grandparents about it. They might, I don't know, just they're the superstitious type. They might have some kind of advice. I don't know. It's just it really freaked me out. But I'm glad I didn't go there on my own. That's for sure.
Something tells me that I was supposed to run into you guys again, and that this isn't just some type of coincidence.
I don't think I really know how to react to that. I guess Che would just kind of be kind of quiet at this point. Like he doesn't know. I don't know what to say to that. Like he doesn't really believe in like in higher power or anything. So
yeah. Well, you guys are having you guys also had like two complete different reactions to what happened then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One had doubt and one was like, what the fuck am I doing here? And the other one's like, fucking, I'm empowered now, you know? So it's like, yeah, you probably wouldn't know what to say because you're not even close remotely at the time. I don't know now, but like feeling the same way he's feeling, you know what I mean? Where he feels this is his fate and destiny. And you're kind of like, what the hell did I even happen? You know, I don't even have any answers to even start with, you know? So that makes sense. Definitely. We'll leave the scene there because definitely I think that it's funny too because like one's like chain smoking, the other's really methodical, one cigarette. You know what I mean? Like really just kind of dwelling on what the hell happened. All right, scene. Mike and Alex, you guys are just pulling off from in front of Alex's house. Go ahead. Scene's on you guys as you guys are driving to Denny's.
Hey man, the stuff that happened, you gotta promise me that, whatever happens, you won't start with that shit again.
I was drunk, not high.
I'm not. I trust you. No, I mean like the things we're gonna tell you about. You might think we're crazy or something. It's just it was really intense.
Yeah, I'm not about to get in on any of that again. It took me a long enough time to get off of it. I don't need any more track marks. Yeah, we're dealing with some heavy shit right now, but I'm not going to go any further than the bottle, all right?
Okay, good. You need anything, you just call me and we can hang out and deal with it,
Okay, thank you. Do you have more aspirin in the car?
Sweet. So you guys roll up to Denny's. As you guys are walking into Denny's, you, Alex, are taken aback for a second when you see both Wayne and Che, because obviously, and you watched the last session, them from when they were kids, but it's almost like this weird, especially with your hangover and you being dehydrated and kind of dizzy. It's almost like a discombobulating feeling of like seeing like them and then remembering them as kids and then seeing them. And they're both sitting at a table looking up at you. One, obviously, there's a cloud of smoke above them and an ashtray that's kind of full and two coffee cups, but they both are looking.
Oh, I definitely would have asked for more coffee cups so that they were there when they got there.
Definitely. So you see there's two coffee cups waiting too, and they're just like, you see they both look at you and you almost have this like it's a offsetting moment where you remember them as kids and you see them as adults and you feel a slight dizziness, that just a little bit, you know what I mean? It takes you over for a second where you're like, I got to sit down, or you know what I mean? Drink some water or something like that. And you guys see him and you obviously, see, he described his character before. He looks hungover. So what comes along with being hungover just kind of looks like The Walking Dead at the moment. Plus, it was like a 2-3 day bender that he was on, so
pale, bags under the eyes,
fun stuff. So scenes on you guys. Go ahead.
Alex will pull out a cigarette, light it as he shuffles over to the table. Guys,
I'm gonna
I'll reach out to
my
shake
hand
your
out.
hand.
Oh, sorry, you
both
first.
Alex will shake hands and then he'll scratch the back of his head a little bit, and his eyes will sort of water while he tries to reach through his memory. Just from the pain of making his brain do something, he grimaces and his eyes water, and he's like, yeah, I remember you guys. And then he just sort of drops into the booth. How's it going?
I'll raise my hand and get some attention to get some coffee for him. He looks like he needs it.
You see this lady, she looks to be in her 40s or 50s, kind of gray, tight perm, comes up and she like pours coffee. And she's looking at you guys like, she's giving you like the North Dakota stare, like look over, like there's an Indian, you know, and I don't mean it's Native American, but in their heads, it's like, you know, there's an Indian, there's a pothead, there's a guy who looks hungover, but this guy looks like he's okay, you know, talking about Michael. And she's like pouring coffee. And she's like, you guys ready to order? You need me to come back?
Yeah,
I guess we can just order whenever.
Yeah.
Can I have a coffee and some potatoes?
She's like, yes. She nods towards the coffee cup that's in front of you, and she writes down the potatoes. You guys order whatever. You guys can do your scene, and in the middle of the scene, she'll come by and be like, you know what I mean, dropping the stuff off to you guys and everything. So go ahead, scene's on you guys.
So you guys wanted to talk, huh?
I think it was a good idea, or it is a good idea.
I'm gonna guess some stuff happened while I was busy.
Yeah. You remember that, I guess, vision we shared?
Yeah, I remember.
I try to, I start speaking, almost whispering a bit. Yeah, like, I don't want other people to hear us because it's crazy.
I remember. Yeah. Why? What about it?
Well, we had something similar.
God damn it. What happened?
Well, we went investigating the house, and I guess what happened is we got out of the car and there were what we thought were neighbors outside.
Yeah, there's an old man and old woman sitting there in wheelchairs on the porch. I went to talk to them, got a cigarette. It was weird. It was so weird. There were flies everywhere.
Flies?
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It was like a swarm.
Yeah, a swarm everywhere, just flying all around. So disgusting, and we all vomited.
Yeah, it's like normally flies wouldn't bother me that much, but I don't know, there's something about it, and we just all just fell over, and then the old people, they were gone. They just vanished without a trace, as if they were never there.
Just to reiterate kind of the matters that happened, it was originally first Che started noticing the swarm going from the old person alongside the house. Che fell out, and then it was Wayne. Wayne's sitting there trying to pay attention. He fell out, but Mike actually was enthralled, almost standing there, and Mike just to add to what you saw in case you forgot from last session, your character was so enthralled that the whole environment around you just seemed to disappear, and you were drawn into you were looking through a window and you saw a lady sitting there clawing at her face, screaming, and then that's when you snapped out, puked. And then you guys wait, there's no flies, there's no old people. Oh, and there's a lady looking through a window out of shit, you know what I mean? In the middle of the day. So just want to reiterate that just in case, you know what I mean, to make that fresh. And go ahead, scenes on you guys again.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked up, guys.
Yeah, but, it happened. I remember it. It's not like a dream. I remember it vividly.
Alex will look at Mike. Okay, so is this why you were so worried?
Yeah, I'm more worried about what's going to happen next.
Yeah, this reporter, he's I haven't met with him, and I just wanted to hear from another person to know how you feel about this, because this is weird. He's paying a lot of money for us to look into things that have been gone for a long time.
No, just to interject real quick to Wayne, with your character feeling the sense of motivation, you know what I mean, and hearing some skepticism that Che has, but maybe definitely you can see hesitation. That might, you know what I mean, like your character. I just wanted to remind you that that's how your character's feeling. So I'm not sure maybe how would react if you heard someone having slight skepticism on. Would I be correct in that Che definitely is not. I don't want to say skepticism in a bad way, but rightfully so. You know what I mean? Is a very methodical person and wants to look before he jumps. Where I think right now Wayne's more at a jump before you look kind of stage right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say, yeah, I definitely agree. I think Wayne definitely has that kind of idea that, the Lord works in mysterious ways or something from his father or something, and maybe they're supposed to be shown something, and why it's that is beyond understanding at this point. But
yeah, you're driven by faith at this moment, and Shay's kind of trying to be driven by logic as much as logic can be driven at this case. So I'll just point that out in case, with interactions or whatever, you know what I mean, in this discussion for your character, Wayne. But go ahead, scene's back on you guys. I apologize for interrupting again.
Yeah. Well, the way I saw the reporter, he was just, some big shot from the big city, coming here, throwing cash around, and feeling all entitled and stuff. But I don't know, I feel like maybe we should, get some information on him, or I don't know, or ask for a raise.
Che will kind of chuckle at that. What do you think, Alex?
Raise would be nice, but I mean, I did.
What do we tell him?
They keep me up. I wake up screaming, figure out where the hell that shit started, and if I can find a way to make it stop, I'm willing to see this through.
So, what's next then? Kind of looking at all of you. Just anyone having a direction here? I kind of look at Michael more as like the leader of this. He's the one in a position of authority. He's a police officer, and he's the one who's gathered the rest, from my perspective, gathered the rest of us together for this. So like, yep. I'm asking this question, and I'm kind of like looking around and kind of resting on him. Like, do you have any ideas?
Well, I'm going to be back at work tomorrow, so I guess I could look some of these people up, these people involved. Dora, Johnny, Chuck, maybe even Amanda, see what everything that maybe I'll get to some records or something.
Hello, folks. Have you ever wished you could have an easy way to find gameplay videos and podcasts, or just media in general that deals with your favorite White Wolf role-playing games? Or have you ever wished you could find a forum to share gameplay that you have recorded, one which wouldn't be drowned out by random posts and discussion, so that your media could get the attention you want? Well, we have the answer for you in a Facebook group we run called White Wolf RPGs Gameplay and Media. The group is specifically ran with the sole intent of it being a one-stop shop for people to view or share media involving the games we all love. We take thorough steps to ensure the page does not become cluttered and is easy to traverse. We are currently over 1,000 members strong, and we are continuing to rapidly grow with new media being shared every day. Stop on by. We hope to see you there.